Hello, everybody. If you're sitting here today, I'm sure you already know that buildings are a major contributor to global carbon emissions. At the same time, you've very likely experienced that ESG pressures are continuing to change and become more complex. My name is Katerina Ryabets. I'm a product manager at NextSense, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you why this challenge personally matters to me, what I think the real issue with sustainability in real estate is, and more importantly, how we at NextSense are helping portfolio and asset owners optimize their buildings. Now, I've always loved cities. Many years after this photo was taken, I went on to study urban planning, and eventually I became fascinated with one core question. What is the role of technology in the built environment? Can we actually use it to make buildings that are more sustainable, support the planet, while ensuring that those who use it daily are able to thrive? Eventually, this question brought me to NextSense, which is a smart building platform based in Amsterdam. We're a scale-up, and we have been active in over 15 countries at this time. What we're doing at NextSense is we're on a mission to make sure that every building is operating to its full potential. So we set out when we got together with a very straightforward but urgent challenge. Buildings are responsible for 40% of global carbon emissions. So at the same time, 70% of that is coming from its operational energy use. So we started out with one question, but as we dug deeper, what we actually found was that there's a lot of competing pressures in real estate. So there are regulations that are becoming more strict, the investor pressures are growing, and at the same time, we found that there's a big need from occupiers and tenants to ensure that they have healthy and sustainable buildings. Like it often happens, when you go out to solve one problem, you find out other ones. What we came across is that actually there's a pyramid of hierarchy when it comes to the needs of energy management in buildings. At the foundational level, all buildings need data. They're based on utility bills, energy meters, and so on. But as complexity grows, what we found is that there are operational teams that need fault diagnostics. They need support when it comes to actionable and practical insights. What we found of this pyramid is at the very top, there's a pushing need for supervisory control to go where the individual user can't and make sure that buildings are being optimized in real time. What this hierarchy highlighted to us is that the needs of the real estate industry are multi-layered and interconnected. So what we've done is make sure that we know that throwing just data at the problem is not going to be enough. At NextSense, what we do is combine our data platform with actionable insights delivered by building experts through data analytics and simulation of building systems. What we do with that is ensure that we are able to deliver the important insights for actions to take place in the building, that operational teams know what steps they need to take to make an impact. And on top of that, we offer AI and supervisory control to make sure that buildings are continuously being optimized. To make this a little bit more real and share a more practical example, this is the case of one of our customers that we're helping. They came to us with a problem that maybe many of you recognize. There's disjointed, incomplete data across the region and portfolio. There's no centralized view on how consumption is doing, and really they were unclear about where they can start to make the biggest impact. So the impact of what we've done together is onboarded over 150 of their assets across Europe to NextSense. This enabled us to really decide where is it important to prioritize action across the portfolio, which assets really needed the most help first. And what we've been able to achieve is not only this prioritized plan, but we've also uncovered a 24% energy reduction potential with just one energy conservation measure. And we're really proud that we're rolling this out across their portfolio and making a real impact. Happily, this is not just happening with one customer. We're working, as I mentioned, in 15 countries throughout the world, helping customers like Microsoft, Merlin, and Ardian make sure that we are really optimizing their buildings and portfolios. Now, if you saw yourself in any of the challenges, if you're curious of how we can help you, I really encourage you to either reach out, you see my email there, we'd be happy to talk about your buildings, or otherwise, me and my colleagues are just standing out there, we'd be happy to have a chat.